Today I'm sharing with you a GE audit of Figma, Figma.com. Figma is a designer tool. You see it right on my screen. Basically, it's used by designers, developers to do some design, some frame of a website or any application that you might imagine. The question we want to answer is, what is the presence of Figma in LLMs, in ChatGPT, in Gemini, in Perplexity? For example, if someone searches for what's the best designer tools for startup, is Figma known as the best by LLMs? And Figma did a particularly interesting strategy, particularly on their robots.txt. They did a technical SEO strategy that seems to work very well, and I will share it with you at the end of the video. Let's start the video. Let's go. If you don't know me, I'm Luca. I'm the founder of Query.co. We are a generative engine optimization tool. We help brands to be more present in LLM. We have excellent results with the brand we work with. I let you discover with the link in the comment and in the description, obviously. So today I really want to deep dive into an audit of Figma. This is the robots.txt from Figma.com. I will share it with you at the end of the video because their strategy is quite interesting. And I think if you are a SaaS or any kind of business, even e-commerce, it's probably interesting for you to recall it. But before that, let's go one step forward. And the first thing we want to discover is if Figma is present in ChatGPT, in other LLM. And for this, I have the first thing I always do is always the prompt discovery. So it's basically understanding if Figma is present, if Figma basically is present on LLM. And the first step is to understand what are the prompts that people might search. And for this, we created a GPT. It's in the description. It's easy to use. It's for free. And basically, you just go for a brand. And here you will have a lot of prompts that user might search. We have a prompt that are top of funnel. This one are not the most interesting. You know, what is Figma used for? Or AI is changing product design. But from middle funnel starts to be more interesting. So, you know, imagine Figma customers, they are designers. And basically, you are a designer, what will you search? Well, you will search for the best UI design tools for teams. You will search for a comparison between Figma, Sketch, Adobe XD. It's the competitor from Figma, the best collaborative design software. This is exactly what you might search on LLM. And this is where Figma absolutely has to be present. So let's do a test for best collaborative design software. In this case, I'm connected with my account. Ideally, you should not be connected with your account. Just go from private window. And the good thing is that Figma is present a lot in there. You know, the default of this is that you have to go manually with different prompts. So this is why I will share it with you on Query. It's very easy to scale and to see. And we will do a global analysis. And then after that, I'll really deep dive into Figma's robot.txt and Figma's strategy, technical strategy for LLM prep. So here it is with Query. The idea of Query is that you can scale this. You know, if you want to search by prompts one by one, it will take you a lot of time. You simply enter all the prompts in Query and you get a score. The first score you get is the brand mention visibility, is how your brand is mentioned. And in this case, you know, it's 80%. So that means that over 630 prompts that were added to Query that mention a brand in the topic of Figma is mentioned 80% of the time. So this is a real masterclass. They are very strong in terms of design and collaboration tool, They are probably the best and the most present. And actually we can compare with competitor and we can see that Adobe is the second with only 418 mentions. So that's a lot less. Figma is really the leader in there. And actually we can also have a look at Adobe here. And the score of Adobe is only 62%. So Figma has won the game. You know, it's really interesting to see how this brand is so much present. And one thing that I want to show you is that here you can discover the sources that were used by LLM. So we will basically click here to view all the sources. And for example, there's this source, the CPO club. I guess that means the product manager club. And they have article like best UX tool. And we see that in this article, Figma is mentioned. Best prototyping tool, Figma is mentioned. Best user interface, Figma is mentioned. Figma is mentioned all the time. And I think that's why, you know, in the sources that are used by the LLM, Figma has a strong presence. And obviously, this is why they are so present. But Figma didn't stop the work there. And that's what I really like with them, is that they also did some optimization of robots.txt, some technical optimization. And this is exactly what I will share with you. Here we are with Figma robots.txt. If you don't know robots.txt, it's simply a file that you add to your website and where you can give directions to the different AI agent. Google, for example, when it comes to your website, it has agent. ChatGPT, OpenAI, they have agent. Cloud, they have agent. And this agent will come to your website and get some data. And basically here, you can have a choice choice between allow and disallow. And in this case, for example, we see that this user agent, FasterFox, was disallowed by Figma, which means that this user agent, if it comes to Figma's website, it doesn't have access to the content. And what interests me is that here Figma has, for example, disallowed GPTBot. So GPT, it's OpenAI bot. Basically, it's a bot that will come to your website, get your data, and then use it for OpenAI process, which is improving GPT, improving the quality of data and all of this. And they also blocked CCBot. I will talk about it with you later. They also blocked Anthropic AI. So that's really a choice from them. That means that they decided that when a bot comes to the website for training purposes, because GPTBot, Anthropic AI, Anthropic, it is Claude, in case you don't know, when they come to your website to get your data, these two bots, basically it's for training purposes in order to train the LLMs to get better responses. So this one, they decided to disallow them. I'm not saying you should do that, but I'm just saying that it is really interesting to see that Figma did that. You have to know that they are in a position where they are the leader of the market, so obviously it's a bit easier to decide to do that. CCBot, they blocked it. I will talk about it a little bit later. But on the other side, there are other agents that they decided to allow. You see here, user agent ChatGPT user agent OAI search bot, user agent Perplexity bot, Claude search bot. This bot, it's a bit different because they are not used for training purposes. These three bots, basically, it's the search bot of different LLM. OAI, it's OpenAI, so that means ChatGPT. Perplexity, it's Perplexity. Claude, it's Claude. Basically, this bot, they come to your website, they use the data, and then it will be used to improve when the bot is searching online. So for example, when ChatGPT needs to search online, they are building an index of the best website, and you want to be there because if you are a source, it will mention you. So that's really interesting. ChatGPT user, it's another thing. It's basically when someone searches on ChatGPT and ChatGPT has to activate the web search, it will send a bot to your website, and this bot is ChatGPT user. So it's important to allow it because obviously you want it to be able to come and to be able then to share the data because it might bring you some traffic. You know, if ChatGPT uses your content as a source, then it might bring some traffic to your website. So that's really interesting. If we say the strategy of Figma, basically it's the following. They decided to block the bot that come for training purposes, which means they get your data and they use it for their own training without bringing you any value. They just use your content, use it for training purposes, and you don't get any value. But for the bots that come to your website and that will potentially bring some traffic because they will take you as a source and show that you are the source of the content, of the answer that they provide, in this case, they decided to allow it. So that's really interesting. And actually, they decided to disallow another bot that is CCBot. CCBot is Command Crawl. Basically, Command Crawl is an organization. I will do a video about this in the future, so don't forget to subscribe. Basically, the principle of CCBot is very simple. It's just a non-profit organization that gets the data from all the web and then will, like companies like OpenAI, they can buy this data. So they decided to disallow it. I think this strategy is really interesting, so have a look at it. It doesn't mean you should do it. I think it's my case. I'm not sure I will block GPTBot in my website. I don't block it for example, but really keep an eye on it. And if you are the leader of the market, it might be something to do to make sure that ChatGPT doesn't use your data as training purposes and that you're still the owner. And this is it for the video of the Figma audit. I try to put something new in every audit I do. I will do an audit every week. So if you're an agency, if you are just learning SEO, want to rank on Generative Engine, really don't forget to subscribe because it helps us a lot. And if you want to have a look at Query, just go for Query. You have 100 credits for free. Talk soon. Bye.